Alright, everyone, welcome back to Calorie Blasters. Today we're going to be talking about being proactive versus being reactive. Proactive versus being reactive. Proactive means moving, not responding. Reactive means responding, waiting for stuff to happen, waiting for bad stuff to happen in your life, and then trying to make up for the fact that you didn't plan out, you didn't do things, you didn't plan very well. Alright, I know life happens, there's stuff that happens in your life that you can't plan for. But the idea of being proactive is at least you are trying your best to overcome most of the difficult stuff that's going to happen in your life. And trust me, a lot of difficult stuff is going to happen. And so it's in you to sort of start planning and trying to avoid some of the difficult things that come from this life. And so what you have to do first, and this is very hard for most people to do, is deal with those uncomfortable truths. And there's several uncomfortable truths, and I have to bring them up here. And they're things that I know that people probably do not want to hear or do not want to talk about, do not want to listen to. And it's probably the reason why you come to YouTube in the first place. I mean, we want to pass the time. We really want to pass the time. All right. But, what's happening over time is that we're losing energy. As the day passes, as time passes, we're losing our health, our mental and physical capabilities are going down over time. All right, so the idea is this is an uncomfortable truth, and there's things that we try to avoid thinking about. Most people try to avoid thinking about. All right, so most people don't actually plan for that decline. So I'm asking you today, and it may sound depressing, but it's not depressing. Once you adopt this mindset, you'll find this the most uplifting thing. Once you realize the control that you have, or at least the bit of control that you have in this life, and this where a life full of unexpectancies, the more you recognize this uncomfortable truth and you respond, or you deal with this uncomfortable truth by planning and being proactive, the less depressed you'll be. But you'll find on the opposite is also true. The more reactive you are, the more emotional you are, because you're allowing these things to happen, and then you're just responding to crises after crises and putting out fires and all this stuff, the more depressed you will become over time. All right, so how do we go proactive? How do we become proactive and start moving in the direction of making those positive decisions that are going to influence our life in the right direction? Well, first of all, look at your life and think about what needs to be done. First of all, guys, you should be going to the doctor to get a checkup. Do not wait for one day you wake up and your leg's not working, or you can't walk, you can't move, or you have diabetes, or you're like 400 pounds overweight, and then you want to go to the doctor and you get diagnosed with something, and then you want to change your life and you want to start making moves. That's fine. I'm not saying, obviously, maybe that it would take that for people to, some people to make that change in their life to be proactive and to start being healthy. But we don't want to wait until that point. So if you're watching this video today and you don't like dealing with uncomfortable truth, then, well, the first thing you need to do is go to the doctor and get a checkup. At least a lot of people are afraid of finding out, oh man, maybe I've been diagnosed with this, or maybe but imagine this: if you could be diagnosed with something early on and there's a cure for it, or there are things that you could do to give you, extend your life a little bit, or give you a little bit, make it so that you are less likely to suffer later on, then why not go in? It makes sense to go in for a checkup and just to find out, make sure everything is okay, particularly after, especially after 30 years old. You want to make sure you're going in very often to the doctor, or once a year at least. You get a checkup to make sure everything's all right. Don't wait until it's too late to get a checkup. Don't wait until it's too late. All right. And so that is being proactive. So the other thing you want to do is, the whole purpose of this channel is you want to start taking care of yourself, eating healthy, exercising properly, being proactive. All right. We know there's going to be a day where you're not going to be able to exercise as much as you can now, but you want to take advantage of this opportunity to take care of your body, take care of your health. And so that's going to give you a more comfortable life, okay, and help you deal with that uncomfortable truth, or those uncomfortable truths in a productive and positive way, in an uplifting way. All right. And so that is called being proactive, essentially, on this channel, is what I mean by that. The other way you want to be proactive, of course, is with relationships. And I consider choosing friends is a lot like weeding a garden. All right, you want to take the weeds out. The weeds are the people who bring you down, who are trying to strangle your potential and your energy. You want to weed those people out, and the flowers are those people who are encouraging you, the people who are promoting you, the people who are trying to help you get to the next level, you want to keep those in. So you want to be proactive. You don't want to wait till the weeds overtake the flowers and then your garden is destroyed and all you have is weeds and so your garden is affected by that. All right, your environment is affected by that. So think about friends in that way as well. So you want to weed out the people who are trying to bring you down. And you want to do that before they bring you down. All right, you want to do that before, so if you've been hanging out with people who want to go to the bar every night and that's all they're doing and that's as far as they can see, and you're doing the same thing, well, it won't be long before that uncomfortable truth hits you, and the uncomfortable truth in the form of bad health, maybe lower salary, not being able to achieve the goals in life that you were trying to achieve. So you want to go ahead and weed those bad people out as soon as you can in your life. Okay, so that is how you can be proactive and not reactive. Now let's look on the other hand. What does it mean to be reactive? Okay, reactive people, they don't go to get a checkup. They don't take care of themselves. They want to have fun. They go for these temporary quick fixes to feel happy, and then they wake up one day and then they realize that their life is ruined or their life is messed up. And reactive people also, these are the kind of people who get angry a lot. They show lots of emotion. They respond emotionally to everything. Those are the people who usually end up in jail. And for example, they get out of control, they take a gun, go shoot somebody. On an extreme case. And then wake up in the next day and be like, what happened to their life? Life is going down. Okay, so those are reactive people on the extreme end. For normal people who are reactive, it's just getting into arguments with people who are trying to hold them back or getting into fights, and they stay in broken relationships, and they're highly emotional, and they let life happen to them. They don't do anything in this life to get this life moving in the direction where they want it to go. Basically, life is they're just moving along in time and just passing the time until they have none left. All right, and all the while being depressed and down. Okay, all right. So if you're one of those quick fix people looking for a YouTube channel, you probably don't subscribe to this channel. This is not that kind of channel. There's plenty of channels you can go over to and subscribe to those guys, and they'll give you the quick fix and make you laugh a little bit and forget about those uncomfortable truths. But if you're over here, I'm giving you the real. I'm giving you that red pill in terms of health and fitness. And the red pill is that the truth is we're all going down. That's just the way it is. However, you can choose. You have the choice in how you want to go down. Right? You can go down comfortably, which is you want to take care of yourself. You want to try to be around positive people. You want to have positive energy in your life, and just make this the best of what you can make it. Or you can be reactive and emotional and sitting around and waiting for stuff to happen. Wait for all the bad things. When the bad things do eventually happen, then you want to try to fix things, but it's too late. All right, so you can decide which one you want to be, which path you want to go down. But I highly recommend you go down the proactive path. The proactive path is hard though, because proactive means dealing with that uncomfortable truth, accepting it, and then planning for it. All right, so how do we plan for the uncomfortable truth in a positive way? Is by making positive steps in terms of how you take care of yourself, who you hang around, what are you doing in terms of your goal, your purpose. And purpose is a key thing. So what's the ultimate goal in your life? What are you trying to aim for? Making sure that you actually are not only making those resolutions, but have plans in place to make that happen. Anything else is extra, not necessary, eliminate it from your life. Okay, that includes unhealthy food, unhealthy people, unhealthy mindset. All right, and adopting the proactive mindset. All right, so that is what you have to do. You have to do in 2020. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. All right, everyone, like the video. Comment down below what you'd like to see next. Or if this is your first time on the channel, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so that you're notified when we make an update. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out.